Hi, first grade friends. I hope you had fun with the shapes we've talked about so far. Today we're going to talk about these shapes, but we're going to use them to make a new shape. So we're going to be working on composing new shapes using the shapes we already know about. What does compose mean? It means make or create. So we're going to create shapes with the shapes we've already talked about. So let's go over some of those shapes we've talked about last week and see if we can name them. What is this shape? Triangle. I know a triangle has 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 corners. What about this shape? It's a square because it has 4 equal sides and 4 corners. Do you remember this shape? Can you say rhombus? A rhombus kind of looks like a diamond. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. What about this shape? This is called a trapezoid. I know trapezoids have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. One side is always shorter than the other, so it doesn't matter if I have it this way or this way. One side is still shorter or smaller than the other side. Then the other shape we're going to talk about today is called a... Can you count the sides and corners and then tell me what it is? If you counted 6 sides and 6 corners, what shape could this be? This is called a hexagon. So we're going to look at the hexagon today, and we're going to try and make this hexagon using some of the other shapes we just talked about. So I'm going to put the hexagon on my board right here. Can you think of any shapes we can use to make this hexagon? What about, do you think we can make a hexagon using a trapezoid? Let's try. Will this work? Not quite. I'm going to try laying the trapezoid and match the sides up. So the sides of the trapezoid are going to match the sides of the hexagon. So if I put it right here, does one trapezoid make a hexagon? No, I have all this space still. What if I try one more? Does this make a hexagon? Not quite. Let's try flipping it over. How about now? Remember, hexagons have 6 sides and 6 corners. Oopsies. So let's count up the sides and corners to figure out if this is a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. So I can use 2 trapezoids to make a hexagon. I use 2 trapezoids to compose a hexagon. What if I tried a rhombus? Remember, I want to match the sides of the rhombus to the hexagon. So if I put it here, does one rhombus make a hexagon? It doesn't, because I still have all this space left. I want you to make a prediction. How many rhombus will make a hexagon? Remember, a prediction is a guess. Did you think 2? Let's try 2. Does 2 rhombus make a hexagon? Not quite. We still have some space there. Let's try 3. All right, remember, a hexagon has 6 sides and 6 corners. Let's count to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. So I can say 3 rhombus will make a hexagon. Notice how I had to turn the shapes to make them fit the right way? If I did it like this, would that make a hexagon? No, you have to turn it and make sure that it will fit nicely to make the new shape we're trying to compose. All right, what if I got rid of the rhombus? I have this open spot here. Can you think of any other shapes that might fit here? Let's try a triangle. So I'm going to match the side and put it next to the rhombus. What shape do you notice is yellow now? What shape has 3 sides and 3 corners? A triangle. So I'm going to use another triangle here. Can I make a hexagon using 2 triangles and 2 rhombus? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. I made a hexagon using 2 triangles and 2 rhombus. Now let's try to make a triangle, or I'm sorry, a rectangle. Can you think of any shapes that will help me make a rectangle? What about if I used a square? Does that look like a rectangle? It's not, because all sides are equal. They're all equal lengths, meaning it can't be a rectangle, because a rectangle has 1 longer side or 2 longer sides than the opposite sides. So let's try making a rectangle by adding an extra square. Does that look like a rectangle? Let's see. Does it have 4 sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Does it have 4 corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Does it have 2 longer sides than the other 2? Yes. So I can make a rectangle using 2 squares. You guys are going to use this in your seesaw activity. So your seesaw activity will look like this. You have a hexagon and you have another shape. So you need to use this shape, like the triangle, to fill the hexagon. So it says, how many triangles fit in a hexagon? And you will put the answer here using your drawing tools. You can use your hand tool to move the triangles. So if I moved a triangle there, then you can also change the way the triangle is going by hitting that button. So if I pulled one over and I want it to look like this triangle, I'm going to hit this arrow and it's going to turn my triangle so that way I can fit it in nicely here. And like this, and I'm going to keep doing this until I fill the whole hexagon. So it says how many triangles fit in a hexagon. So I'm going to figure that out by moving these triangles into the hexagon and filling its shape. And then I'll use my drawing tool to write the answer on this line. Then you can go to the next one and same thing, you're using a rhombus. So you can drag the rhombus over. If you need it to go a different direction, remember there's that arrow tool to figure that out. So whatever way it fits, you're going to use this button to hit it all the way until it goes to the right direction. So you can even do it like this. Oops. Like so. If you ever accidentally pull anything up, if you hit these 3 dots, there's a trash button, you can get rid of it. All right, then you're gonna go to make a hexagon using trapezoids. So once you fill this hexagon, write the answer on the blank line. Then I want you to tell me how many squares fit in a rectangle by moving the square in and filling the space. Lastly, I want you to tell me how many triangles do you see in this triangle? So do you see the whole triangle here? How many triangles are inside? And you're going to write the answer on this line. All right, first grade, if you have any shapes at home, I would encourage you to play with them and see what kind of shapes you can make with those shapes. Have fun, first graders, and don't forget, when you're all finished, hit that green check button on the top right.